Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some Milwaukee Braves baseball here on August 25th. Braves travel to Philadelphia for a 5-game series here, folks. 2 doubleheaders, and this is the first of 2 doubleheaders on August 25th. And this is game 1 of that doubleheader. And let's take a look at the Milwaukee Braves starting lineup for game 1 here on August 25th against the Phillies. Leading off, playing right field's Lee May. Batting second, playing second is Felix Montelia. Batting third, playing third's Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth, playing center field is Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first base is Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, playing left field is Frank Thomas. Batting seventh, doing the catching is Joe Torre. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Roy McMillan. Batting ninth, doing the pitching for the Braves, Carl Willie. Now let's take a look at the hometown Philadelphia Phillies starting lineup here for game 1 of this doubleheader on the 25th. Leading off, playing second base, Tony Taylor. Batting second, playing left field, Johnny Callison. Batting third, playing center field, Tony Gonzalez. Batting fourth, playing first base, Don Detmer. Batting fifth, playing right field is Wes Covington. Batting sixth, playing third base, Charlie Smith. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Clay Dalrymple. And batting eighth, playing shortstop, Bobby McElmis. And on the mound, batting ninth, on the pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies is John BUZHART. Get down here to Shives Field, folks, and get this game started. And BUZHART on the year, this will be his 19th start. He's got a 4.19 ERA. His record's 3-11, and he's got 3 complete games. His first batter he'll face is Lee May, batting .245 with 13 home runs, 31 RBIs. And here's the pitch to May. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Lee May starts this game off with a single. And the lead runners aboard here for the Braves. Now to bring up Felix Montelia. Felix is only batting a .139 in limited play. No home runs, 8 RBIs. Braves are in a tight race with the with the Giants. They're only a half a game ahead of them. And Felix beats that ball in the ground. That's a slow roller down the third base line. And that's going to be an infield hit. And the Braves got the first 2 runners aboard here against BUZHART. That brings up the big boys now with no outs. Eddie Matthews is hitting .302 on the year, folks. 27 home runs, 91 RBIs. Let's see what he does here. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Can they turn to McElmis over to Taylor? But it wasn't a tailor-made double play. He'll hold on to it. May will get down the third. Matthews at first with a Hank Aaron up. Runners on the corner. Hank's batting .295. 23 home runs, 84 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Hammer. And that's going to be hit down the second. They're going to play back try again for the double play here. And again, it's not a tailor-made double play, pun intended. They get the runner at second, but the run will score, and the Braves take a 1-0 lead. And that'll bring up Joe Adcock now with Aaron down at first and 2 outs rather. Joe's hitting .272 on the year, 25 home runs, 81 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Adcock. And that's going to be a slow roller down the short. It'll fire across the diamond. And that'll end the inning, but the Braves scratch 1 across and take a 1 and score 1. And we get to the bottom of the first. Taylor, Callison, and Gonzalez due up here for the Bills. And you got Carl Willie on the mound. And this is going to be his 16th start on the year. He's got a 3.91 ERA. He's 11-5 with 2 complete games. And Tony Taylor's up batting 253 against it on the year, and 1 home run, 21 RBIs. And he promptly gets a base hit in the center field, and the Phillies, just like the Braves, get the leadoff batter aboard, folks. So nobody out now for Callison. Tony down at first. And Johnny's batting 235 on the year, 4 home runs, 20 RBIs. And that's what the Braves was looking for. And that is, pun intended, he's not out there for the Braves. Taylor made double play down to McMillan, over to Montelia, over to Adcock, and that wipes away that single, folks. And we got 2 outs, nobody on for Gonzalez. Gonzalez is batting 236 on the year, 12 home runs, 54 RBIs. And that And I think we're back, and that's a ground ball down to Felix. He's up with it. He'll fire over to first, and that'll end the bottom part of the first inning. The Braves lead this game 1-0. We go to the top of the second. Sorry about that. It looks like the internet wants to act up. Thomas, Torrey, and McMillan due up here for the Braves. And Frank is batting 271 on the year, 22 home runs, 68 RBIs. And that's going to be a single over second. Single in the right. Wes Covington misplays that single. And Frank's going to end up down at second, folks, on the E9. And now we got the leadoff runner down at second, and Frank keeps on hitting, folks. I tell you, he's smoking hot. So you got a runner down at second with nobody out, thanks to the error on Covington. Joe Torre's up, and here's a guy that's not hitting. 242 on the year, 7 home runs, 33 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Malcolm charges it. That gives Frank a chance to get over to third, and he does. So we got a runner on at third now with 1 out. That brings up Roy McMillan. Roy's only batting 214 on the year, 7 home runs, 46 RBIs. Can he pick up an RBI here, folks? Give me a second here, folks. I'm going to try resetting this. So we're going to go blank here for a few minutes, see if this will help. Alrighty, folks, we're back. Let's see if that helps out with this connection. And when we left, McMillan had just walked on down the first, and now we got first and third, and one out. And that'll bring up Carl Wiley. And Carl's only batting a $173. We're going to let him swing away here with Frank Thomas at the plate. At third. So here's the pitch to Carl. And that's going to be a pass ball, I believe. No, that's going to be McMillan. McMillan's going to steal second, folks. How about that? Mac takes off on the first pitch. Waste no time getting down there. By Mac. So now we got first and second. So now the pitch to Carl. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be strike three. So that'll be 2 outs here now in the second. Can Mr. Lee May come through here with a big, 2-out hit here and drive into May singled his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And the Phillies are going to get out of this. And who wants it? Bobby down at short takes it. So the Braves strand too and waste a nice opportunity to open this lead up. Bottom of the second. Detmer, Covington, and Smith due up here. Let's see here. Don's batting .248 on the year. 18 home runs, 52 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Don. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three. That'll be out number one. And that is Carl's first strikeout of the game, folks. Brings up Wes Cup. And West is batting .340 on the year, folks, for the Phillies. 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. Here's the pitch to West. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. West hurts his old teammates. Gets a base hit to start off this game for him. He's on at first with 1 out for Mr. Smith. Charlie Smith's up. Charlie. And this is running slow. Sorry about this, guys. Batting $193, 1 home run, 15 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Wes Covington's going to get on down the third. And all of a sudden here, all right, Clay's up now. Sorry about this internet problem, folks. He's batting .204 on the year, 1 home run, 22 RBIs. Big swing and a miss, strike three. So that's 2 down. That was a big strikeout by Carl. Brings up Bobby now. Up here because it's whole internet of mine's acting slow. All righty, Bobby's batting .285, 10 home runs, 27 RBIs. The center field and Hank Aaron just robbed Bobby of a hit. Nice play by Hank. Ridiculous, folks. Completely ridiculous. Should not have this much trouble. Ain't this awful? This is awful, folks. Completely awful. All right. Montelia just walked. You got runner on it first. Well, he didn't walk. He reached on an error. You got Eddie Matthews up. And Matthews reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. And as you can tell, I'm a little disgusted. This video is not working at all. And here's the pitch to Eddie. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. And Smith down at third's got it. We're out number one. And it brings up Hank Aaron. Hank's 0 for 1. He did get an RBI when he reached on his fielder's choice the first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That'll be strikeout number 2 for BUZHART. 2 down now in the top of the third. It's up to Joe Adcock to do something with Phillies down at first. And he does, folks, because that ball is high. That ball is far, far, far into the day. That's a home run to left field. Joe Adcock increases the Braves' lead to 3-0. Bring it to hot Frank Thomas now with nobody. Well, we're back again. Like I say, this is getting real aggravating, folks. This has got to be one of the worst videos ever. This problem with the internet. So we just had a home run by Joe Adcock. Now we got Frank Thomas up the bat. Nobody on. 2 outs. And now it's a strikeout by Frank Thomas to end the inning. And I don't know what the heck's going on, folks, but this is completely aggravating. Not enjoying this game at all. Like I say, something's going on with the internet. Keeps cutting out. Not enjoyable at all. Braves lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. This game's 25 minutes in, and he got a third of it done because of the problems. Ain't that awful? You got BUZHART, Due Up, Taylor, and Callison. Hi, Ken. Having a heck of a time with this. Internet keeps cutting out. I'm only at the bottom of the third. Keep waiting for it to come back. Yeah, I did that earlier, and it hasn't helped. If it keeps up, I might have to shut the whole darn thing down. It's ridiculous. Alrighty. Yeah, well, like I say, just had a 2-run homer. It's been a decent game. BUZHART's not pitching bad for being BUZHART. I mean, but yeah, it's crazy. Like I say, I'm not enjoying it, that's for sure. It's just plain aggravating. All right, BUZHART's up for the first time today, batting 175 with 3 RBIs on the year. And he gets a hold of this one, folks, and he drives that ball into center field, and Hank Aaron's not going to get to it. That's going to drop in there for a base hit because we don't need no stinking DH. We do need an internet, though. So BUZHART's down at first. And that brings up Tony Taylor. Sure. They might, Ken. 43 and 78. Yeah. Of course, they only play 154 games. So they already guaranteed a losing season with the 78 losses. Because the 77 would be a 50 year. Let's see here what they're projected to win. So 43, and they've played 121 games. They'd be right there at the 100 mark, Ken. Yeah. They'd be right at the 100 mark. It'll be close. But heck, they've played well against these Braves. They really have. All right. Here we got Tony Taylor up the bat. Runner on first, nobody out. And these Phillies are coming back now. Again, that's going to be a base hit in the right field. BUZHART's going to motor on down the third. And all of a sudden, the Phillies are making noise, folks. And on the 0-1 pitch, Taylor's off to the races. He's heading down the second. Here's the throw from Joe Torre. Let's see if they can get him. And Taylor slides in there safe. And all of a sudden, it's second and third with nobody out. The Braves will play back. And it's an 0-2 count on Callison. He's 0 for 1. He did ground into a double play. It might have been smart for Taylor taking off for second. Here's the pitch to Johnny. And that's a big swing and a miss, a big strikeout by Carl. 1 out here in the third. Braves will still play back here. Got Gonzalez up. He grounded out to second his first time up. Not this time, folks, because he blasted that ball into left field. And both runners are going to score. And the throw home is going to get Gonzalez over to second. So now you got a runner at second. It's a 3-2 ball game. And only 1 out now for Detmer. And Don struck out his first time up. So just like that, the Phillies make it a 1-run game. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Carl's got a chance here to strike the side out, but 2 runs have scored. Here comes Wes Covington, who's having a heck of a year since he's joined the Phillies. Was with the Braves, went to the White Sox, went to the A's, and then ended up here in Philadelphia. Here's the pitch to West, all in 1 year, folks. And he gets a hold of this. This game's at least going to be tied. And he drives that ball in the right field. And that'll tie this game up. And just like that, the Phillies score 3 and tie this ball game up. Now West is down at first and still 2 outs. And Carl was breezing through this first 2 innings, but not the third. And here comes Charlie Smith, 1 for 1. And that'll be a ground ball down the short. And Mac's going to go across the diamond to get the final out. And wait a second, we didn't score the 3rd run. Back. God darn it. So we go back, undo. Sorry about this, guys. This has not been a great day. That's for sure. So West gets a single and drives in Gonzalez. And then Smith grounds out to short. And that'll do it. Like I say, not a smooth game at all. Alrighty, we go to the 4th. It's 3-3, folks. We got the bottom part of the order due up here against the Bills, Torrey, McMillan, and Wiley. Let's see if Joe can finally get something going, folks. And nope, he pops this one straight up the chute. That'll be out number 1 here in the 4th. Here comes McMillan up now. See what Mac can do. He walked and came around and no, he didn't score. He stole the base. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Gonzalez has got it. 2 up and 2 down. See what Mr. Carl can do here. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Braves go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Dalrymple, Malcolmus, and BUZHART due up the bottom part of the Phillies order. Clay struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Carl just can't get out of his own way after the 2nd inning. Leadoff batter aboard now for Bobby. And Bobby flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. And they go out and talk to Carl. Says he's all right. They say, well, get some stinking outs. So that brings up BUZHART. He's probably going to lay down a bunt here. At least he's going to try and get both runners in the scoring position. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And that's going to be a wild pitch. Not what you wanted if you're a Braves fan, so he doesn't even have to get the bunt down, folks. So now it's a 1-1 count. They're taking the bunt off. The Braves are going to have the infield in, try to cut that go-ahead run off. Here's the 1-1 pitch to BUZHART. And that's a strikeout. Carl gets the first out here. Now to bring up Tony Taylor. Again, they'll keep the infield in. Tony's having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 2. Stolen base and came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Nice catch by Aaron. But it's deep enough to advance both runners. So the Phillies take a 4-3 lead here, folks. And now we'll have a runner down at third and 2 outs. What the? I'm telling you, just not my day. So now you got Carlson up 2 outs. Bobby down at third. Johnny's 0 for 2. Hit into a double play and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And again, Aaron makes a nice play. He saved some runs out there this inning. But the Phillies scratch across one and take a 4-3 lead. Could have been a lot worse than that. We go to the top of the 5th. We got the top of the order. May, Montelia, and Matthews due up against BUZHART. Lee's 1 for 2. Came around the scores first time up. And he gets a hold of this one off of BUZHART. And that ball is driven in the left center. And that ball is out there at the outpost sign. And Lee May, he's making a turn for third. And that brown-eyed handsome man's going to make it in the third with a triple, folks, to start this 5th inning off. So now you got a runner down at third for Montelia, and the Phillies are going to bring the infield in, try to stop that run from scoring. Felix is 1 for 2, reached on an error his other time, came around the score on that error. Here's the pitch to Phillies. And that's going to be popped up on the infield. No, I'm sorry. That's not going to be popped up on the infield. That's going to be driven into center field. Gonzalez goes back deep part of the park, makes the catch. But that's going to tie this ball game up, folks. So Felix comes through with a sacrifice fly. Now there's 1 out and nobody on, but it's a 4-4 ball game. And Matthews is up. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, BUZHART gets the lead for the first time and can't get out of his own way. That'll bring up Henry Hank Aaron. He was 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI. Struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Matthews will stop at second, and they're out talking to BUZHART, asking him what the hell his problem is. And the worst part is the Phillies don't got much of a bullpen, but they will get a righty up. They'll get a righty and a lefty up. They'll get Lehman up and they'll get Jack up. That'll bring up Joe Adcock now, first and second. 1 out. Joe's 1 for 2 with that 2-run homer, folks. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's not what he wanted to do. Can they turn 2 on this? The ball is hit down the third. Nope. Smith's going to fire across the diamond to get the shore out. So runners will advance. We got second and third now with 2 outs. And that'll bring up the hot hitting Frank Thomas. Frank's 1 for 2, singled, reached second on an error on that single and struck out. Can he come out with a big 2-out base hit to give the Braves the lead, folks? And that's going to be no. That ball's going to be hit down the second. And Taylor's got it. Fires over the first, and the Braves leave 2-1. But they do scratch a run across and tie this ball game up. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-4. You got Gonzalez, Detmer, and Covington up now. Tony's 1 for 2. Had a 2 RBI single and came around the score. And he gets a hold of this one off of Carl. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going over the scoreboard, folks. Home run, Gonzalez. And just like that, the Phillies retake the lead. It's 5-4. Everybody wants to win this game, it looks like. Detmer's up. He struck out twice. Can Carl get the hat trick on him? And that's going to be a single in the right field. And just like that, the Phillies making noise here in the fifth. Already 1 run in. And Wes Covington's up, and he's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Here's the pitch to Wes. And they finally get him out. And that ball is hit down the short. Max up with it. He's going to fire over to Montelia over the Adcock, and that is a big double play there for the Braves. Now there's 2 outs, nobody on for Charlie. He singled and grounded out the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Matthews at third. The Braves hold them to 1 run on the home run by Gonzalez, but they trail by 1. So we go to the 6th. You got Torrey McMillan in, probably a pitch hitter here for Carl. Alrighty, folks. Sorry about that. This game, great game, and the video sucks. I tell you. I apologize for this internet problem. And I planned on doing quite a few games today, and I don't know. Don't know if I'm going to be doing that or not. So we go to the top of the 6th. We got Torrey McMillan and Wiley up. I don't know if I came across. And the Braves are trailing 5-4. Here's the pitch to Joe. And he pops that straight up the chute. Clay's got it. We're out number 1. And that'll bring up McMillan now. Can Mac get aboard here? Put the winning run on base. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Easy play for Bobby. 2 up and 2 down. And here is the question. With nobody on, do we pitch it for Carl? I don't think we're going to. We're going to let him swing away. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Carl goes down. That might have been a mistake, but we'll see. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Phillies. Dalrymple, Malcolmus, and BUZHART. Plays 1 for 2, struck out and singled and came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Frank Thomas. He makes the catch for out number 1. And here comes Bobby. He's 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center. And let's see here. Do we pitch hit here for BUZHART? That is the question. I think we're going to let him hit too. He's singled, struck out. Here's the pitch to BUZHART. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Frank. So 1, 2, 3 inning for the Phillies. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still a 5-4 game. We got May, Montelia, and Matthews. It'll be a short leash though on BUZHART. Lee's having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 3 with a triple and scored both times that he's been on base. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Callison. It'll be out number 1 here in the 7th. And here comes Montelia. See what the cat can do. He's been on the prowl. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI, and he scored. He's actually been on base twice. He did reach on there the one time and not this time. That's hit down to Smith at third. Easy play for out number 2. We go to the big bopper, Eddie Matthews. See if he can keep this inning going. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And that ball is driven down the first baseline, lands in fair territory, and Eddie Matthews has a 2-out double, folks, and gets in scoring position for him and Hank Aaron. And this will probably be BUZHART's last batter one way or the other. Aaron's 1 for 3 out of RBI his first time up, singled his last time. And this ball is high, this ball is far, this ball is going. And the Philly fans are saying, March, you dummy, you left him in one batter too long. And the Braves take a 6-4 lead. Jack's coming in the game now. Like I say, might have been a mistake there. But the bullpen ain't much to go to. That's the problem. That is the problem. As Jack will come into the game. He'll be facing Joe Adcock now with nobody on and 2 outs. Joe's homered, had a 2-run homer his first time up. Here's the pitch to Joe, and that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That'll end the inning. But the Braves take a 6-5 lead. So we go to the 7th inning stretch. And we have Taylor, top of the order, Callison and Gonzalez to face Carl. Carl will be on a short leash also. And Tony's having one heck of a game, folks. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI. He scored and stole a base. Here's the pitch to Tony. And they finally get him out. That's a fly ball out to Lee May for out number 1. That brings up Johnny Callison now. Johnny's 0 for 3, grounded out, struck out, and flew out. And that's going to be another strikeout. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th. Here comes Gonzalez. He homered his last time up, folks. That was a 3-run homer. Oh, no, a solo homer. Sorry about that. He's 2 for 3. And they don't want no parts of him. Carl walks him. And again, I'm going to let Carl pitch to one more batter at least. Here's Don Detmer. This could be a mistake for the Braves. Don's 1 for 3. He struck out twice, but then singled his last time up. And they get him, and he gets the hat trick. Nice piece of pitching by Carl. And they leave Gonzalez down at first. And we go to the top of the 8th. It's a 6-5 ball game. Jack will be facing Thomas, Torrey, and McMillan. Frank's 1 for 3 today. See if he can get another hit here today, folks. And that is going to be a base hit in the center field. Frank keeps his tort pace up. He's having a heck of an August. And here's a guy that ain't having a heck of an anything. Joe is 0 for 3. His batting average has dropped again down to 240. He's been hovering around that 240 mark most of the year. Here's the pitch to Joe. And he finally gets a hold of a pitch, folks. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. Frank will stop down at third, though. So we got second and third and nobody out. That'll bring the infield in. And Max up. He's 0 for 2. He did walk and stole a base. Here's the pitch to McMillan. And that's going to be hit down the third. They'll look the runner back. Fire across the diamond for out number 1. And we will pitch it for Wiley this time. So that'll be it for Carl. And let's see who they're going to bring off the bench here on the lefty. They're going to go with Spangler, or are they going to go with Boyd? I think Al Spangler is going to come off the bench here with 1 out, runners on second and third. Spangler's batting .317 on the year, folks, with 9 RBIs. Here's a big chance for him here to give the Braves some insurance. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. That's a big out. I'm sorry. No, it's not. That ball's going to be driven into right field. No, it's not. Let me get this straight. It's a swing and a miss because old Jack's got the Y factor. If you look at the whole thing, Marts, it helps. So that's a big strikeout by Jack. So now it'll take a 2-out base hit for Lee May. He's having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 4. Here's the pitch to Lee. And back-to-back strikeouts. Jack looked like Linda Ronstadt there for a minute, folks. Throwing nothing but blue bayous and keeps it a 1-run game. And we got a lefty, righty, lefty coming up. So who's the Braves going to go to in the bullpen? They're going to bring on, they might bring Bob Henley in here. See when the last time Henley pitched. Bring on the lefty. I think that's what they're going to do. Save Don for the 9th inning against some righties. And that's what they're going to do. Bob's going to come in here, try to get through the 8th inning with the lefties up. And then try to turn the game over for Don in the 9th. So Henley enters the game with a 2.5 ERA. This will be his 16th game. He's got a 4-2 mark. Let's see what he does here. Are they going to let West bat? That is the question. That is the question. And I don't think they are. Don't think they are. I think Lee Walls is going to come off the bench here and pitch hit here for Covington. Going to bring in the righty. Where's Lee at? There's Lee. So the bottom of the 8th, Bob Henley in the pitch, and Lee Walls comes off the bench to pitch hit. He'll stay in the game. He's batting .261, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch to Lee. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going a pitch hit. Home run by Carl Wiley, folks. I mean, Lee Walls. Sure, get this right. It's been a terrible game. Lee Walls comes off the bench and ties this game up with 1 swing of the bat. Kaboom, as some people would say. That ball is gone. And like that, it's 6-6. You got Charlie Smith up now. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Charlie. And that's going to be a base hit. Bob Henley is definitely not the answer for the Braves. First two batters up, first two batters on. And do we want a pitch hit here for Clay? Kenders ain't much of a hitter. We'll keep him in there just in case Clay gets hurt. So Clay will bat. Nobody out. Runner on at first. Clay's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a base on balls. Geez, you Pete's. The Braves are scratching their head here. Bob hasn't gotten a single soul out. They go out and talk to him. Brings up Bobby Malcolmus. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Braves need a ground ball double play in the worst way here. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a big first out here. And no pitch hit here for Jack. And he's going to come off the bench. And I think it's going to be Bobby Smith's going to come off the bench here with 1 out. And there's Bobby. So 1 out. Smith down at, that's Charlie Smith down at second. Dalrymple down at first. Bobby's hitting .235 on the year, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. And that ball is hit in the right field. Is that going to be deep enough to get Charlie over? No, he's not going to chance getting thrown out at third. And he's already in scoring position. So that's 2 outs now. That'll bring up Tony Taylor. Tony's having one heck of a game, folks. He's 2 for 3. Here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a pop-up down the third. Matthews has got it. But Lee Walls ties this game up, folks, as we go to the 9th inning. It's 6 apiece. And let's see who's going to come out here and pitch. Got a bunch of righties coming up. The only lefty is Matthews. Oh, are they going to turn this game over to Dallas Green? He's the only righty that got in the bullpen. I guess that's who they're going to have to go to. Like I say, they don't got much of a pen, folks. So here comes Dallas Green. He says he's going to be a GM and a manager of these Phillies, and he's going to win a World Series with them. That's what he says. All the Phillies care about him keeping this a tie ball game. Give him a shot here to win it in the bottom of the inning. Okay. Lee's going to stay in the game, play right field. So here we go. We got the 2, 3, 4 hitters up. You can't ask for more than that for the Braves. Montelia, Matthews, and Aaron. Felix is 1 for 3. The Braves would like to see him get on base for the big boys. Here's the pitch to the Cat. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Callison and left. 1 out. Can the big boys get the Braves ahead here now? Here's Eddie up with nobody on, 1 out. He's 1 for 3 today. He had a double his last time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. The go-ahead run is standing down at first. And that'll bring up Mr. Henry Aaron. And the hammer come through here, folks. He's having a heck of a game. He's 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer in this game already. Here's the pitch to Hank. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory. Dalrymple near the dugout makes the catch for out number 2. So it's up to Joe Adcock to put the Braves ahead here with 2 outs. And Matthews down at first. He's had a home run this game, folks. He's 1 for 4. And that's going to be an infield hit. He keeps this inning alive. So now we got first and second and 2 outs. And here comes the guy. If you're a Braves fan, you want up. He is freaking on fire. He's 2 for 4. He's got a single his last time up. It's Frank Thomas batting .274. 22 home runs, 68 RBIs. Can he get number 69 here, folks? And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Dallas Green doesn't do it easy, but he does his job. Keeps the tie game. And Bob Henley's going to stay in the game. He's due up third. They want to get him through this ninth. Alice and Gonzalez and Detmer due up here. Johnny's 0 for 4. Struck out his last time. As a matter of fact, he struck out twice. Can Henley give him the hat trick? And no, he can't, because Callison gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field, bounces off the wall. And he's in there with a lead-off double, folks. And that brings up Tony Gonzalez, who's already homered in this game. He's 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a fly ball at right field. But that's going to be deep enough for Callison to tag up, head over to the third. So now the winning run's 90 feet away with 1 out. Obviously, the Braves are bringing the infield in. Detmer's up. He's 1 for 4. He struck out 3 times. Can Bob Henley give him the golden sombrero? And no, that's a fly ball in the left field. Is that deep enough to win this game, folks? And yes, it is. The Phillies come back and win this game. And win it 7-6 in the bottom of the ninth. Ken Castro celebrating. What the heck? And the winning run didn't score. Just been that type of day. That type of day. Yeah, it was a hell of a game, Ken. Too bad the damn video sucked. All righty, folks. Let's take a look at this mock score. We can't even do a recap without losing the internet. Like I say, I apologize. All right, Ken, you have a good one, bud. I was going to do some more games, but I don't know. This is a doubleheader. I wanted to go right into the second game, but this internet's pissing me off. Sure, we'll make this short and sweet. Look at that, though. The Phillies, man. Everybody for the Phillies had a hit. I mean, everybody. Sure. What a game. Braves left 9 men on base. Phillies could have really blew this game open. They was only 2 for 10 with runners on scoring position. They left 7 men on. Carl goes 7 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, struck out 7, gave up a home run, doesn't get a decision. Bob Henley goes an inning and 2/3, picks up his 3rd loss. His record goes to 4-3, gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 1, and gave up the home run. Old BUZHART goes 6 2/3, gets a no decision. 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, walked 2, struck out 5, gave up 2 home runs, and the bullpen came in and did their job. Old Jack and Green. Jack pitches an inning and a third, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and Dallas Green comes in, picks up his 3rd win. He's 3-7. Pitches an inning, gives up 2 hits and 1 strikeout. It wasn't pretty, but he got the job done. Alrighty, folks. I may be back on here. We'll see if I can do another game. Until then, you all have a great day and take care.